Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Christelle Martinet, and we're here with the May readings. So, what are we going to do this month? I have the Lemurian Star Child Oracle cards here that I've used before with you. The Golden Dawn Tarot and the Sibylla cards that you know. This is my trademark. And the runes. So we know that the 7th of May, there's a supermoon in Scorpio. And I'll be kicking off with a little description of what that means for every zodiac sign. And without any further ado, let's get to those readings. Thank you for joining me. Hello, Pisces. We are into your reading for the month of May. Remember, we talked about that super moon and that I would be explaining or focusing on what that means for you. So let's get right to that. So to you, because it's a super moon in Scorpio, Scorpio represents travel. It represents truth seeking for you, foreign ventures and personal missions, personal quests. It's the area of the horoscope for you where we develop our own beliefs. We access knowledge from outside what is familiar to us and consider another person's a different perspective. So this full moon allows you to shine a light on what you've learned, and more importantly, the integral part that you play, passing it on, soaking up wisdom and sprinkling it upon the masses, a conduit for a sort of a channel for what you've explored, experienced, and discovered. Let's take a look at this Lemurian Oracle, Starseed Oracle deck as a focus. Breathe the sun. Amen. Breathe the sun. Presence, pineal activation, relax and let go. Breathe the sun. This is the best energy we could have wanted. Pisces, this is the best energy we could have asked for the month of May. Let's take a look. Breathe the sun. All right, so remember what I just talked about this moon, because the moon is in Scorpio and it represents how we develop our beliefs. Breathe the sun. How we access knowledge from outside what's familiar. Breathing in the sun. This talks about, it's pointing to meditation. It's pointing you outward. Pisces, it's making you rise from the menial labor and the tasks that you're working on and have you look upwards. Let's take a look at what the tarot cards have in store for you. Let's take a look. This is the way they've come out. All right, tough. Good thing we have this activation, relax and let go. Look, we have the Four of Coins. Now, the way I read the Four of Coins is that the moment comes in the month of May where you literally, like the phoenix, you arise from your ashes. You find that there is a need for change, and you willingly make the change because you are you and you're breathing the sun. You're coming up again anew. I've got here the Five of Wands. This is playful energy of, warding off your inner demons, really. And I have here also the King of Wands. You may be involved with a fire sign, which is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. We have here the Six of Coins, this abundance energy, this generous abundance. You can be abundant with others. You can extend your generosity to others this month, and you will this month of May. We have also the Ace of Coins. The Ace of Coins is a highly spiritual card. I always say this is the best card. I love this card because it doesn't talk about love. It does talk about love in the form of spirituality. You know, the Ace of Cups has that cup, and everybody usually, of course, talks about the beginning of love. But here, this is more than love. You know, what's more than love? What is more than love? It is divine love. I have here the Nine of Swords, this fearful Nine of Swords. We'll take a look at that. And the moment of truth, the Ace of Swords, the moment of truth. Right at the tail end of the month, ladies and gentlemen, Pisces friends, let's take a look at what these cards are trying to tell us with these Sibilla cards. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. I'm going to go right away, hone in on this Five of Wands to see what that's trying to tell us. Take a look at that. What is it trying to tell us? Okay. I'm going to take 4 cards on that. Yeah, the Five of Wands. Okay. This is the lightness of being, and it also talks about passion, sex, physical activity, a romp in the hay, which is lacking here. This is the illness. It's lacking in your life, Pisces, or you are making it lack in your life. So Speedy, finally does come back. Youth in, all right. I'm going to give it to you as it comes, all right? There may be, this may be a moment when you are distant from the person that really turns you on, distant from the person who really gets your mojo up, and there's no physical activity, but you are enacting this physical desire. You're even if you're alone, in some way you make it work for you. And my grandmother always used to say, for those who understand, I don't have to say many words. That has to do with self-pleasure. Okay, there you go. That's a nice way of saying it. All right, let me take a look at this King of Wands now. Well, first of all, it's important to look at those 7, this fearful Nine of Swords card here. Let's take a look at that first. Let's take a look at that. All right, we've got the house domestico. We've got the gran signore, this very important person in your life, and the alegria, happiness. It looks like you are fearful. There are 2 fears here, Pisces. Two. Whether you'll be damned if you do, and you'll be damned if you don't. If they come into my life, I'm afraid. If they don't come into my life, I'm afraid. Okay, so I have this situation where you are sort of hiding from yourself. You're hiding the notion from yourself that you are seriously in love and that you don't want them to know almost. You really are afraid. I mean, I remember a long time ago, in one of the videos for Pisces, I said, are you afraid of love? You know, and it looks like this is the brunt of it, but this is the only thing that will make you happy. And that's clear. That person, it's a very highly spiritual situation. It's a very highly spiritual relationship. It is not only love. This is a divine, you know what that expression, it's a match made in heaven, you know? It's not only, it is a divine, you know, karmic. If we want to call it twin flames, okay, we'll call it twin flames. Let's take a look at this King of Wands. After all, he is there. Let's see. All right. Or this could be someone with a lot of fire in their chart as well. Not necessarily a fire sign. Prison. All right. Prison. Prigione. And this is the ball and chain. You do want a relationship with them. You are going to get it. Gran Consolazione. It's coming your way. This is the best card in this deck. And Sacerdote. This could I have to, I'm afraid to even say it. This could even be walking toward marriage with that person. They, in their mind, is what they want. This is what they want. They want to lock you down with key, lock and key. They want to, you have to sign the paper. You have to get, this is going to be very, very, very legal, binding. I don't want you to run type of situation. And now I can understand, Pisces, why you are afraid. I can understand very well. All right, so you have cause for concern. Let's take a look at that Six of Pisces. Yeah, Pisces, poor Pisces, the Six of Coins. Poor Pisces. Okay, we've got the communication. This is stanza. This means, this talks of communication, disgrazia, sadness, and disgrace, really, and artist, the thinker. And it looks like some form of communication with that person. There is generosity on your part. You extended yourself. You did extend yourself. Well, they didn't return in kind, but that's not the end of it. In this month, something is brewing. It will be coming down further on in the month, and further on, perhaps even June and July. But this month is a real, how can I put it? This is a real watershed month for you, Pisces, in terms of that relationship, in terms of them coming out and emerging with the truth, because they are fearful as well. You're fearful to sign on that dotted line. You're fearful because they are so serious, and they're afraid because they have to cough up the truth, and you're going to finally hear it. And this is the fear is dominant here, and this is why I'm saying it may not happen, but the runes will tell us if there is a delay in timing. Yes, it does talk about the truth emerging, and the fact of there is something involved in your work life that you just can't stand anymore, and you're going to be talking about that with people in your life. You're going to make it emerge yourself. This is a topic you want to change your activity. There's something about one of the jobs you're doing or one of the activities you're doing you cannot stand anymore, and that's going to be coming up as well. Let's take a look at the runes, shall we? Let's see. Okay. Wunyo right on its side. Yeah. There's the delay. Here we have the delay. I knew that was going to come up. I love the runes for that. Isa, it's ice. It's freeze, a cooling down. So we have to wait. Cooling down in relationships, okay. May not come up at the tail end of the month of May, but it may come down further line. It will. It's for as far as I'm concerned. Rido. This is the journeying room. This is the movement room. What does the Rido tell us? This is a good time to negotiate terms. If there's something you need, you don't want, it's a deal breaker if you don't get this. It's a deal breaker if this happens. That has to be said. It has to be said. I'll give you an example. If they try to get in touch with you, you just say to them, look, it's bullshit. I just don't want to talk unless you have something to talk about, unless you have something to say. All right. Thurisats talks about fire and protection. It is so passionate here, Pisces. There's so much passion here. And Awats, there's protection. You are under a lucky sky in terms of what is happening. So do speak your mind. If something is a deal breaker, you say it. I've got Hagalas. This is also a rune that talks about delays. Hagal and Hagalas, the way you say it, there's a couple of names for each of these rooms. It talks about delays, and it talks about limitations, and it talks about forces outside of your control. Perhaps because of the lockdown, you cannot see each other and you can't see eye to eye, but maybe they are not ready, but there are delays here. Bjork, Berkana, it is the beginning. This month marks the beginning of a turning point. for that person, for you, and you both have to make concessions. You both have to let go of your fears. I know, and I want to say it, and I'm going to say it. You have to let go of your fears. I'll say it again. Manats, this is interdependence. You both are two peas in a pod. You both are you're this is a match made in heaven. This is a soulmate, not a soulmate, a twin flame. This is not just someone passing through. This person is there. It's time to make new plans. Wunyo, must I say more? Pisces. Wunyo is success. Wunyo's here talks about joy and happiness. There's a positive outcome. There is a success in the affections of your life. What a nice reading. Good for you, Pisces. I hope this was of help. Ladies and gentlemen, Pisces friends, write down under my video and tell me what's happening. So tell us your story so I can get something out of it, so we can understand how the things develop, and we'll all learn a little bit. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. Until we read together again, bye-bye.